Hello everyone, you are all welcome to lecture number 1306 and today's topic is pedophilia is mental and psychological disorder and its treatment, its causes and its management is very important to understand by family members, by teachers, by neighbors. Pedophilic behavior and pedophilic condition is very complex and lot of publications are there, lot of research is going on. So far, they have not reached to any conclusion why such type of pedophilic behavior is developing in some of the adolescent, teenage children in the schools. And actually, pedophilia is a type of mental disorder where that teenage or adolescent is having intense attraction of sex or intense attraction of, I can say, the child who is either pre-adolescent age, in pre-adolescent age, or pre-puberty age means it can be male and female, and below the age of 13. Mostly they are the victim of 10, 11, 13-year-old. And those pedophiles, adolescent and sometimes they may be adult, they are extremely I can say violent behavior to have attraction, sexual urge for such type of minor teenage children below the age of 14, that is 12, 11 and 13 years. And this type of condition is nowadays alarming globally. The latest survey and statistical data indicates that globally the female minor children, they are victim up to the range of 12 to 14% in the schools, and male children up to 6 to 8%. And in African and Asian countries, in some of the countries, I will not mention the name here, it has gone more than 25% among school children. So it has become very serious globally. Why it is very much serious? Because the parents and teachers, especially the parents, they fail to understand the pedophilic behavior or pedophilia in their teenage children, school-going children. And it is difficult for them to understand and to know their characteristics and their behavior. Even in schools also, sometimes the teachers, they fail to understand the pedophilic condition and pedophilia behavior of adolescent and teenage children, of their extreme behavior or extreme attraction towards minor. And this type of behavior in the long run gives very negative personality during adulthood. And such type of grown-up children, nowadays they are involved in pornography, in child sex, in child pornography. So total, society is very much disturbed because of such type of behavior, and it is, I have already told you, is a psychological and mental disorder. Some research publications, they are indicating that what they are suspecting, yet they have not concluded out of their experimentation, that it is the structure of their brain. Somewhere, some area is enlarged in that emotion or thought process. That's why they are very much attracted to the sex in minor, and in some papers they are indicating that it is a genetic disorder. It has some genetic element, and because of that, such type of children, they have such type of pedophilic behavior. And in some of the research papers, they have mentioned that those teenage and adolescent and even adult who are involved in this type of mental disorder, that is pedophilia behavior, pedophilic character, they have less amount of gray matter in their brain, and that is the reason. But still, there is no any concrete experimentation to understand such type of condition. The only thing is that here parents, they have to play a very important role in secondary school, where teenagers, adolescents, and even pre-adolescent, pre-pubertic minor children are going for schooling, that is high school, secondary schools. They should watch. They should try to understand their characteristic of such type of behavior. Only then they can identify, and once they are identified, the question is nowadays is legal consequences. Legal consequences means globally there is punishment. And in some cases where people are not aware of biological or mental disorder, they even become violent and they kill such type of children, teenage, adolescent. And because they say that it is too much. Especially, I can give the example of India. In India, there are some cases where such type of teenagers or adolescents were involved because of such type of mental disorder. It is a mental disorder. It's a mental sickness. It's a psychosomatic, psychotherapeutic condition. So, the society, rather than to make the management to understand, they will just start mercilessly and beating and injecting lot of injury, and sometimes they die. So here now, since brain, neurochemistry, mental study, your thought process, subconscious brain, conscious brain, and all emotions which are related to pedophiles should have patience for treatment rather than immediately killing, because in our country, especially in Asia and Africa, most of them are not educated. They don't understand the mental behavior, mental condition, psychological condition. They say, oh, he has committed this thing, he should be killed. He's a Satan, he's evil, he is devil, she is devil, like that. No. Please try to understand the sickness is a type of sickness and try to treat with the help of very qualified health worker or doctor who is involved in a mental health treatment, who is senior, so that by psychotherapeutic condition, treatment and medication, he or she can be recovered. So here I have given those points one by one. I have already told you, but it is better to see in the form of summary. First, pedophilic thought and behavior. So what is pedophilic thought and behavior? It is your thought process. It's your mental disorder. It's your psychological disorder. And that attraction, extreme attraction to go to the violent level to get some minor child for sexual abuse is totally mental disorder, is a sickness. It should be treated rather than punished. Then number two, there are types of pedophiles. Number one is, that is called exclusive pedophilia. Exclusive pedophilia means that person who is suffering from this pedophilia condition, he became pedophile. He will only target the minor, that's all. That is exclusive. He will never go for adult or for teenage or for adolescent or for puberty. No, only minor child. That is called exclusive pedophiles. The second is non-exclusive pedophiles, those who are suffering from such mental disorder. They will include adults also. But first their preference will be minor sexual attraction, and if in case minor is not available, the same extreme sexual behavior he will use for teenage and adults also. So that is called non-exclusive. And the third one, situational pedophilia. Situation means sometimes in circumstances he or she they are meeting. Point somewhere in some party, somewhere in the function, in house, immediately that violent behavior, that is called extreme behavior or intense sexual attraction will start, and that will lead to any condition. The risk factor, who are at risk? First, childhood trauma. Actually, I am very much against of childhood trauma. Childhood trauma is having lot of problem. Once any child who is always under stress and strain, always abusive language, beating, and already touching his or her self-esteem, self-respect, humiliated, and always disrespect, that is trauma. So that child is going through lot of indoor and outdoor trauma. Such type of children are at high risk to become pedophiles. Then second, brain structure. I have already told you that some latest publications they are indicating that some structural problems are there. Some area is larger and some is smaller, and that's why such type of behavior is demonstrated. That is called pedophilic behavior, and that is mental disorder. Then third one is that is genetic elements. They have already mentioned. And number four, consequences. Consequences are very serious. First is emotional trauma. There, any child who is victim of such type of pedophilic behavior will be in psychological trauma, emotional trauma, and parents may not be knowing, teachers may not be knowing. But it is better for teachers and parents to watch the behavior of the child, because child is totally confused. He became the victim of pedophiles. So that is very important. That is the consequences. Then legal consequences. I have already told you, globally, everywhere there is punishment. There is jail. You have to go behind the bar. And sometimes there is high risk of killing, because once they see that such type of boy, teenage boy, they consider just like teenage, they are very close to adolescent age and young adult in that range, is chasing minor girl. The whole society and neighbors will become violent like animal and they will try to kill. No, don't behave like this. It's a sickness. Hand over to mental hospital. The parents watch and treat that mental disorder. Then what are the characteristics of pedophiles? Pedophilia character. Their character is, first, they will target only minor below the age of 12, 11 or 13. That is first characteristic of the age. They will go only for minor. Second, intensity of attraction. Oh, they are mad. their intensity is very high to attract, and that is not spontaneous. Maybe sometimes you think that it's just like emotional burst. His son, he became mad of seeing some girl or some minor, but it's not like that, that it came like a spontaneous wave and has left. No, it may continue. Time to time once he is coming across that minor. So that is the serious thing. That is of course duration of attraction. Duration of attraction means it's not that only once. Time to time duration will go on increasing. And then interference with daily life. Once that your minor child who is victim of pedophilic person, like adolescent or some teenage, will be in trauma, depression, anxiety, confusion. So, and it may even disturb their schoolwork. If that adolescent is in some office, that office work is total disturbance of their professional life, school life, and workplace. The treatment. Pedophilic children and adults or teenage typically are involved in psychotherapy and medication. So only mental treatment is needed by some good doctor who is dealing with mental health and who is treating with medication. Let me show you some images of pedophiles. So this is the image of chronic pedophile, and he is covering his face, and he can kidnap a minor child for extreme sexual attraction, and he can take her and do lot of abuse to the child, and it is because of his mental disorder, psychological disorder, and that is called pedophilic condition. Here it is seen that one adult is looking at with high intensity of attraction to one minor girl, and they have given that he is planning how to kidnap and how to grab her for his sexual attraction and intense sexual urge for that purpose. So this is the condition where the school adolescent boy is holding the hand of minor, the age group of 11, 12 age child, female child, and taking her to any place where he can feel more comfortable, and he can also go for child abuse due to his pedophilic behavior, and that is intense attraction towards minor child. So in the last but not least, here parents and teachers, they can play very important to protect the pre-pubertic children, means in the age group of 10, 11, 12, so that they are not the victim of such type of pedophilic adolescent, those who are having pedophilia mental condition. And here also, if I say they should watch characteristic and behavior also, because this pedophilic adolescent or those who are having pedophilia, sometimes they may bring gift, sometimes they may come and invite, sometimes they may come and touch. So you should try to understand first what is the characteristic or behavior of that boy who is elder, and don't allow such type of things, and tell your child that they should not accept any gift, any lift or anything, and they should immediately report to their teacher, and then to their parents, mother, father, that such type of behavior she is experiencing in the school, and also they should tell that what type of gift or touch she is getting time to time by some particular adolescent or teenage. These are all only ways how to protect your child from pedophilic adolescent children who are suffering from psychological and mental disorder of pedophilia. With this, I will stop. Thank you very much for watching the lecture.